how to grow on Instagram in 2024 and 2025. And I want to talk about the strategies that you can use these days to have a successful run on Instagram and also have a great results from bringing traffic from Instagram into your website or your funnel. I've been growing over 15,000 of different Instagram accounts over the last 8 years. I have the whole journey on Fiverr, where I'm still actively managing hundreds of Instagram accounts on a monthly basis for clients. And I want to talk about what I'm seeing right now, what is the trend and where Instagram is heading to. So when we look into the strategies and when we look at Instagram at the moment, right now we have, of course, Reels, still popular, still bringing traffic, still bringing momentum. But before we really go into these content strategies, I wanna, for you to understand that when you're growing Instagram or any other platform, you need to understand your goal. So what is exactly you're trying to achieve? Where are you trying to head to? Because many times people are starting Instagram and like, okay, I'm just gonna create content every single day, post about my travels, about my lifestyle, about my how I eat, what I cook, and etc. And that's it, and they don't really have any goal. They just like doing that. The biggest issue with that, what's gonna happen, you're gonna do it for a few days, you're gonna be maybe liking it, maybe not, but then you're gonna get burnout. You're gonna get burnout and you will just realize that you're not sure where you're going with this strategy, where you're going with this Instagram account. So this is the biggest issue that many people have. They're getting overexcited about something because they see someone else is trying to do it, someone else have a success, or their friends tell them, or they bought the course from an expert and they are showing results, 10K per month, amazing results, travel all around the world, retire, anyone in your family have vacations at any time, etc. Right? They all show you all of this clear picture. But then when you actually start doing, you don't know where you're going. So you need to understand this goal, right? So where are you trying to go with this strategy? What are you trying to achieve with this strategy? Are you trying to build yourself as a creator, as an influencer? Or are you trying to build yourself as a business person, as an entrepreneur? Or are you trying to just get as much traffic on Instagram as possible and bring them to your website, right? I personally have several cases in my journey, in the clients that I'm managing, and I see this. For example, in my case, I use my personal Instagram not for the sake of growing my Instagram, but for the sake of connections. So when I post on my Instagram, I want to post my journey. I want to post pictures with people that I take interviews, other inspiring entrepreneurs, maybe celebrities or famous entrepreneurs, like if I have a chance to meet them, to see them. That's what I want to create around my Instagram, my journey, my process. So basically documenting my journey. I'm not too concerned about the views. This is not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to grow my account, but I'm trying to have the impact when people coming to my Instagram, they see who I am, what I do, and the journey around me. And then they will send me a message, or I will send them a message, and we have a connection. This is the goal for me for Instagram. For other people, the goals are different. I do have also an Instagram account called Marbella for Life. This Instagram account is dedicated specifically for the city Marbella in Spain, luxury place, a great place for real estate as well. A lot of entrepreneurs are coming, relocating to Marbella because there is a strong network of entrepreneurs, great weather, you have a lot of opportunities there as well, connections, etc. So I have a page which is dedicated specifically for that city. So in this page, I'm sharing the restaurants people can go to, the coffee places they can go to, the places where they can work, other activities, entertainment, places to stay, resorts, spa, wellnesses, and etc. So that way I'm trying to create the image where people can come to my page, Marbella for Life, and they can get value. They will know where to go, they will know which places they can visit with their family, with their kids. So this is what is my goal. My goal is to build an engaging community and bring value to the audience who are coming to Marbella. So I hope this is clear, because this is the first thing you should do before doing anything else. Content, reaching out to people, outreaching to people, connecting with people. This is what you should have goal in your in your journey. The next thing, let's talk about who is your audience. This is the second most important I would say point on Instagram, because you can create content, but you will create content for the audience not that you're trying to attract, for a completely different audience. In my case, I can give you my example. If I start to showcase about my Fiverr progress, because the big part of my agency is clients coming on Fiverr, right? And a lot of people are finding me on Fiverr, and you guys watching this channel because you want to grow your Fiverr account. So this was also useful about Instagram. So, but basically, if I'm sharing everything about Fiverr on my Instagram, then I'm attracting other people who are Fiverr sellers, who are freelancers, right? So if I want to connect maybe with entrepreneurs, with let's say potential clients, and I'm creating content about Fiverr, this is not what will help me attract those entrepreneurs. I will attract the Fiverr sellers. So you need to understand the content that you're creating. You need to understand for who you are creating this content. So these people, if you're trying to attract, let's say, travelers, you should create content about travel tips, places to go, let's say budget friendly, pet friendly, great place for kids. You create all about traveling and destinations and places. Then you're gonna attract similar audience, right? But if you're trying to attract, let's say, businesses, then for businesses, what they wanna see how they can grow on social media, how they can grow, get more sales, get more leads, get more connections as well, right? Or how they can hire more people effectively as well for the agency. So this is the content that you should be creating around it. That's why you have a lot of creators on Instagram creating different things, and they are attracting different audiences as well. So the last thing here we have is the funnel. So we need to understand where we are bringing people, because Instagram is it can be very stressful, it can be very demotivating, because a lot of my clients, they're like, oh, I'm not growing, or I'm not getting engagement, right? So they are, questioning these things. And I always say that, first of all, you need to understand your goal on Instagram, right? The goal, what are you trying to achieve? But then, once you have a goal, once you have an audience, you need to understand where are these people are coming to. Because if they don't go anywhere and they stay on Instagram, this is the biggest mistake. Because Instagram, anytime you post, you might get good reach, then you might get bad reach, and that's it, So you have to take an opportunity when you have a good reach, when something goes viral. That's how Instagram works. Not every content is gonna go viral. Some content is gonna go viral, and that content can provide you a lot of sales, a lot of results, a lot of leads. But usually that's not how it works, because Instagram is very competitive. So when I talk about the funnel, you should bring people outside of Instagram, right? So you have a link in the bio. That's why you need to have a call to action as well. So for example, learn more, or get my checklist, or get my PDF, and then you have a link where you bring people outside of Instagram, where they submit their email address. So they can provide their email address, they can provide maybe phone number, information about them. In return, they get something valuable from you. They get something that they can use for their journey, for anything, right? And now you are not only bringing people to your website, but you're collecting email lists, the email list of these people. And then in the future, you can reach out to them through email, you can do the campaigns, you can do weekly newsletter, anything. Instagram plus the newsletter is probably the best combination you can have and the best results you can achieve in 2025 going forward. So this is something that you should focus and paying attention. And this is the first fundamental, right? Many times we talk about viral content, memes, and all of this stuff, but this is what you should have before going into the content and doing any sort of growth. Now, let's talk about the content and what content is going to be working in 2025. Reels, as I said at the beginning, they are very powerful, right? They can bring you a lot of traffic, but they're very competitive, because a lot of people are creating Reels and they're sharing them more and more and more on a daily basis, because there are people who've been sharing like 400 or 500 Reels in one day. They went viral, right? There's a lot of things, and people are just looking at this, and a lot of people are saying you need to post every day, consistent, right? You hear from many people, Gary Vaynerchuk, as I watched him in the past as well, you have to always always create content, post content, document your journey. But the problem is it becomes very competitive. So you have to look at this and understand that if you follow the trend, which people are saying to you, probably it's going to be a bit too late already, right? You need to come up with something creative. You need to look at creators who are not necessarily extremely popular, but creators who are smaller, but then they have some content which actually performed really well and got a lot of views. So the first thing we see right now, and this is what Instagram is also telling us, that they want to bring carousel posts with the music in the Reels tab. So this is something that can be very powerful, because if you're not enjoying recording yourself and talking a lot about everything, you can just create carousel posts, you create a collection of pictures and add a music as well in that carousel you're creating, and that carousel post can have a chance to be seen in the Reels tab, right? The most popular Reels tab where you can go viral. So this is the first thing. The second thing, we are seeing a lot of day in the life content, right? Especially with YouTube, we're seeing a lot of day in the life, Instagram as well. And the reason why is day in the life creates curiosity, right? We are curious what's going to be happening in that day. Also, if you're telling something interesting or some story, right? We're curious what's going to happen next. But the biggest thing with the day in the lives is that the voiceover. The voiceover is the key to success on Reels. I'm telling this to all of my clients, and when I see they're starting to implement that, I'm like, yes, this is exactly what you should do now. Because voiceover, when you do, for example, multiple clips, right, and you have a voiceover, that's something that people are going to be listening to. They're going to be curious what's going to be happening next, what's going to be there in the end as well. So when people are watching your content, let's say 50% compared to the whole duration of the video, automatically this will get pushed in the algorithm of Instagram. Automatically it tells that this content is interesting, this content is valuable. And if you start to create this consistent, then you will break through. So you will have a success and one of your reels can go viral, right? Also, the other factor, of course, sharing, resharing. When people are resharing with their friends, with their family, with their colleagues, with their business partners, that of course gets an extra push. No matter what you do, the shares, reshares, they are very, very powerful. But the next thing I want to talk about as well is sharing the lifestyle posts. Don't be afraid that if you share lifestyle posts, you're gonna get like 10 likes or 20 likes and that's it. Because the lifestyle post is gonna have a long-term effect. So someone comes to your Instagram, let's say maybe a month from when you post it, and they will see that post. They're like, oh wow, you actually been there, or you have been with this person, or you read this book, or you have been at this conference, or you did this, or you met with this person. They're gonna see that picture, and that picture is gonna make much higher impact than having this hunt of getting to 100, 200, 300 likes, This impact is going to be the most powerful impact because they're going to message you, they're probably going to go to your website, they're going to leave an email address, they're going to contact you, right? They may be going to buy from you, something like that. You need to understand that it's not the race for likes, it's the race for the long-term game, it's the race for impact. This lifestyle post might bring you a big impact in the future. And also going back to the voiceover, the storytelling reels are very, very powerful. Here's how you can save $500 on your next trip. Here's what you should do. And then you go, first, this and that. Second, this and that. And now I'm gonna tell you how you can save 1,000, right? So you create engaging, I would say, hooks. So like you don't tell them right away, but you tell them you tell them the result. For example, here's how you can save $500, right? They're like, okay, I want to save $500. What's next? And you're not going to tell them right away because they will watch the video and they're going to leave. You're going to tell them step by step and keeping that curiosity until the end. So the longer they watch this video, the reel, the more higher chances you have for this reel to go viral. So this is something you can test as well with the storytelling reels. Okay, so I hope this is clear. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I know there's been a lot, but I really wanted to break in this video down like everything you should understand with Instagram, because every day, you know, I'm seeing like new clients are coming and in our agency ordering the service, and I'm seeing their accounts. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen pretty much everything, I would say, in the last 8+ years now. And now let's talk about the growth. This is the most important thing now, because if you even start with the content, you're gonna start posting, you're gonna start, you know, getting that initial maybe momentum, you're still gonna be not growing. You're still gonna be at the beginning, pretty much at the very beginning. So what we can do with growing our Instagram and actually seeing the followers grow, more connections, more people. The first thing, very simple, is engaging with other people. Engaging with people meaning you can be liking their content, you can be following them, you can be sending them DMs, just connecting. This is an authentic way of really growing your audience, because you're making these organic connections. Yes, let's say 3, 4, 5 years ago, we could maybe follow a few hundred people, 1,000 people per day. Right now we can follow 50, 100 people per day, right? Without getting an action block. It's less, but we can still make a positive impact for that. But of course, you have to be spending every day on doing that. The second thing is collaborating with other people. This is always great things, because now you can have 4 collaborators. You can like collaborate, let's say you post something from, let's say, a trip with your friends, and you can just put it on your profile and tag as a collaborator other people, and you know, all of them will go on everyone's page, and then that means everyone will have their own impact from their audience to this post. So this is another great way. And then the last one is, of course, using social media. Using YouTube is a great traffic as well to bring people to your X, Twitter, or to your Instagram, or to your Pinterest, or to any other social media platform. So you can use other social media to bring traffic into the social media that you want. So these are the key things, and you need to understand, you don't need to go really complicated with things. Start simple, start by implementing these things, see the results, and then eventually in the future, this will help you to get these more views and more engagement. Now, talking about engaging with people, I understand that this is time consuming. That's where I come in. We do help you do that. So you can click on the description and check out my services, especially for growing your Instagram, for helping you get that audience, get that momentum built. We also do create content more for specific niches, but if you click the link in the description, you will be able to go to my website. You will then go to the Fiverr profile. You can just send me a message on Fiverr and say like, hey Vasily, maybe if this video is useful, thanks for the video. I want to grow my Instagram. I want to get started. I need help. What can you do for me? And I'll be happy to showcase what exactly we do, how we grow accounts, how we help you with getting that initial momentum, initial engagement, and also hopefully we can continue to work with you in the long term. So thank you so much again for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. You can always leave. You can always tell me what do you feel about your Instagram. If you're demotivated, if you're seeing maybe results, feel free to share. I think that's going to be useful, and I'm excited to do more of these trainings in the future so everyone can also benefit from that. See you in the next one.